There are ways to talk about how that value changed, and there's ways to quantify how the value changed. And the three terms that you'd want to be familiar with are absolute change, relative change, and percent change. Each one of these has the actual has a true value and an estimated value. The estimated one being the differential. So the true change in the volume in this last problem, whose screenshot I just put over here to the left so we could reference, the absolute change in the volume, well, the true change, put that in parentheses, the true change was just what we found to be 43.561 cubic inches. All right, so I'm going to say like the change, that the triangle is going to represent the true change. The change in the volume was just 43.561 cubic inches. And our estimated using the differential will represent as dV. We found that to be 43.2 cubic inches. Right, so that's an absolute change. In terms of cubic inches, that's how much the volume would actually go up by. We can express that change differently. We can relate the change to the previous volume. The previous volume, the actual volume of a cube that has a side of 12 inches, is 12 cubed, which ends up being 1728 cubic inches. So relative change is the ratio of your change to the, I'm going to say the old volume, or the original volume. So we can calculate the true relative change just by dividing 43.561 cubic inches, divide that by what the volume was at 12 with a side length of 12 inches, and that ends up being 0.0252, which we can change quickly to a percent change by moving the decimal 2 spots. And so the estimated would be the same thing. The estimated relative change would be 43.2 cubic inches divided by 1728 cubic inches. So that ends up being 0.025. And so our estimated percent change is actually 2.5%. All right. So relative and percent change are actually comparing the change to what it was before, and that's why you can represent it as a percent if you really wanted to. Whereas absolute change is just a strict numerical number which does not take into account what the previous value of the actual volume was.